What's up, people? Welcome to the feast. What is this, episode 101? Show where you guys submit replays and I cast them. How's it going? I hope y'all are doing well. I am pretty good. Figured I'd come say hi and cast a few replays tonight. We've got the 2v2 tournament coming up tomorrow, so if you haven't signed up for that yet, make sure you do. I think the time is running out, but you can still sign up, I believe. We're pairing up new players or beginner skill level players with old experts. The catch here is that the expert players are assigned like a purposely bad deck. We trained them wrong on purpose. As a joke. We kind of got that going on. So that's going to start tomorrow at 1 p.m. EST. It's going to be a lot of fun. And yeah, don't be shy. Sign up for it. It's always a good time. Participating in events and whatnot. Let me clear my throat here. So yeah, I've been doing good. I've been a little slow lately at work, so I took the day off. Ended up playing Halo with the lady on her stream most of the day today. It was a lot of fun. Yeah, let's get into some replays, those guys. Match number 1. Starting things off with, of course, Bratmo in the bottom left and Finsit to the top right. With their crazy, what is it, 10? Yeah, 10 units each. Okay. Uh, 10 units each. What's up? Going a little crazy here. And large bodies of water in between the two players, a lot of little bridge areas connecting the land masses. I don't think we've seen this one, but it's ringing bells. It's reminiscent in my brain. Maybe all these Finsit Bratmo matches are just starting to blend together. I think the 10 units together. Tell, please analyze your deck choices. I don't know, man. What can you say about 10 units in the deck? You know what I mean? I mean, triple tier 3 from Finsit, but only double tier 3 from Bratmo. However, Bratmo does have the Fox, which is obviously better. And Bratmo does have almost all the defense, which is pretty good. Barbed wire, turret, and balloon. I'm actually a little worried for Finsit. Well, I guess he does have this back way to go, right? I think if this was all shut in here, it'd be a little more concerning to try to walk all the way around here to get to these areas. Not the biggest deal in the world when your commander can burrow around, sure, but when you have a bunch of Warrens right here, it could be a pain to reinforce. So it's kind of neat. You know, Bratmo's obviously got an advantage here. He's tucked in nice and tight. Look at this, Finsit. Open up with the wolf. That's what I want to see. That's what we're here for in the Finsit vs Bratmo matches. And Bratmo scouted it. But did he already go for tier 2 when he scouted it? No, I think he put that down in response. It's not going to be ready in time. But he can spend his money and maybe try to move across the map. I mean, I don't think you're going to stop this early tier 3 from Finsit here, right? He invested in a lot of barbed wire to really hunker down. And even without the barbed wire, I mean, this is such a long rush distance. You know, Finsit probably could have got away with like an 8 farm tier 3 opener into just some squirrel warrens or something, and probably still been okay. Because look how long it's taken these units to get here, you know? Let's see, what's the move by Bratmo? Oh man, what if he makes a bunch of balloons that shoot the wolf right when it spawns? I don't think he has time anymore. That would be hilarious. He's just gonna go for it. Does he have vision? I think he's got to stand up on the high ground to get the vision. Hopefully he figures that out. He just needs to move his commander up on the high ground. He should have vision. There it is. Alright, Finsit has to sell that wolf, which is a little bit unfortunate because it was about to be out. However, he's got the badger almost here too. I mean, Bratmo could start shelling with ferrets, but that would take a really long time to really kill anything. You could build some balloons, but I don't think they're really going to be in in Vincent's face. Now, Bratmo does have some farms on this base, which is nice. Let's see, Vincent's got his badger now. He's got the badger. He's got another wolf on the way. And yeah, Bratmo looks like he's tempted to go for these ferrets. And I like this move on paper, but the problem is that the ferrets aren't going to get a lot done by the time Vincent's army kind of gets put together. But really, what's Vincent going to do against these ferrets here, right? He could try to push them all the way back in, and the badger is nice, but he's got no supporting units. He needs some squirrels, right? Take some blows to get in there. Needs some things to kind of tank for the badger a little bit. And now the ferret's out. So Bratmo's going to start shelling them down. And Vincent can just kind of sit here, even if this badger takes a hit or two from the ferrets, it's not a big deal. Really, as long as Vincent's able to keep Bratmo off attacking, you know, his tier 1 warrens or his pigs with that ferret, he should be okay. And Vincent's got moving and grooving on the second base over here. He's even got a proxy base down in the south, but he doesn't have any really good defense to abuse that with. Oh, grabbing a pig. Bratmo's got a decent eco lead. You know, I like what he's starting to get put together here, but looks like he's gonna abandon ship. And Vincent is now going to attack into the undefended base over here. He's got a revved up, sped up badger. And this is just gonna make mincemeat out of Bratmo's army. Yeah, I think Bratmo definitely needed to stay hunkered down up here. The only thing that was kind of stopping Vincent from doing a straight-on attack was the turrets. You know, you probably needed more, to be honest, but if he threw down like a few turrets up there, maybe a little more tier 1. But this is kind of crippling damage here. You never know, though, in a Vincent versus Bratmo match. Neither one of these guys typically pulls the trigger and immediately ends their opponent as you normally would in like a ranked game. You know, these are just two guys having fun, playing matches together. But we'll see. Vincent is moving in. The fox is almost here for Bratmo. He's got a chameleon, but I mean, wolf, badger, pigeon, phenomenal combination of units. And this should be all she wrote. I don't really see Bratmo wiggling his way out of this. Where's this fox at? Alright, fox is way down there. So the fox is going to get some damage done. But Vincent should just be able to clean the rest of this game up with the badger, I think. I don't think I've ever seen Bratmo beat Vincent. You know, now that you mention it, it's happened. But maybe Vincent does win a lot more often. I mean, there are a lot of games to look at. You might be right. I don't know, I feel like in my heart, I want to say I've seen a Bratmo versus Vincent game. But, you know, where Bratmo won. So Bratmo gets some cool moves done with his fox, but he's got nothing left here. Vincent really doesn't have much of an economy either. But it's literally one fox versus the badger wolf. And Vincent doesn't know where that last cabin is, but should be finding it out here shortly. Yeah, Vincent does submit the replays. But I'm pretty sure I've seen a Bratmo win. I think I've seen several. Alright, alright. Let's keep it going. Protocam. Let's see what he's got. Let's see what you got over here on the left. In those yellow colors. And over on the right, we've got Mumbledore. Alright, Protocam. Old-time player. Pops his head in every now and then. Pretty active on the Discord. What are you doing, Protocam? Likes to rush. Maybe that's what we're gonna see here. Just thinking about it. Getting a scout on. Five farm lizard on the way. So far, Mumbledore doesn't see it. Mumbledore is playing pretty defensively with the scouting, as if he's looking for this mole. Does end up seeing it. But the moles are almost the distraction, right? The real threat is over here, popping out of the warrens as we speak. Here we go, 2 moles and 2 lizards. 1 pig down. And 2 pigs down. Also killed 1 squirrel, I believe. I don't think he killed the other one. So, some pretty good damage from Protocam. I don't think Mumbledore is dead just yet, though. Yeah, I was going to say, probably not happy with the second warren there. Has he gotten a chance to go scout, is the question. He has, so he knows Protocam is just on 1 warren for the time being. 1 warren of his own is perfectly fine. He needs to be careful. Good job from Protocam coming in there, targeting down that building farm. Very vulnerable. Loses a lot of lizards to do it, but still cost efficient. A bit of a issue with tempo on that play, but Mumbledore didn't really follow it up with a counterattack, so Protocam's just fine doing those sorts of things. I think Protocam's also following this up really nice, not really presenting any windows to his opponent, you know, to come back in and deal some counter damage to get back into it. You know, just sticking to the tier 1 for the time being. Coming around back with the lizards this time. Oh, and that's one of the worst feelings. He's out scouting right when this happens. Mumbledore's gonna lose 2 warrens, clean up some lizards. But again, a trade I'd happily make as Protocam. This time around, he is exposing himself a bit more to a counterattack. But what's nice is the warrens that Protocam took out, you know, really limit Mumbledore's production here. Those were the warrens that were going to continue to build squirrels, so he kind of starts moving, then realizes, well, I don't have about that many units at the moment. Here comes Protocam, knocking on the front door again. Going to take out a pig. Some really good targeting overall this match. And in general, Mumbledore is, like, winning the engagements as far as, like, army units versus army units, but he's losing them when, you know, Protocam's kind of giving up an extra squirrel or 2 or lizard or 2 to focus down the warrens and the pigs, get some actual damage in. He's moving forward again. He's got a snake on the way. Staying very aggressive. Keep in mind, 5 minutes will be here shortly. And Protocam gonna YOLO with all the moles here in the bottom. At the same time, Mumbledore is happening to move out. And you just got a base race at this point. And Mumbledore realizes it, and he's actually doing this better than Protocam. Protocam's going through and attacking the warrens. Mumbledore just immediately targets down Protocam's mill and wins the game because of it. Nice job. A little bit surprising that Protocam didn't you know, go for that main mill a little bit faster there, but Mumbledore showing some good instincts and coming back and winning the match there. Very nice. All right, we've got a rarity here, a 1v1 with Premium Bow in it. Let's see it. Match number 3. In the bottom, we've got Mochaccino. Over to the top right, we've got Premium Bow. And guys, don't forget, tomorrow is the 2v2 Bazaar Tournament. Beginner and expert teams. You can find the information underneath the stream you're watching now. Link to the Google Doc, a link to the Discord. I think signups are still available, but you need to sign up soon if you're going to participate. It's going to be a lot of fun. I'll be casting that tomorrow. Man, I need to get some water or something. Sorry if my voice sounds a bit groggy. Yeah, we've got the 2v2 tournament tomorrow, guys. With this hosted by this big cheeser up here. Let's see it. 4-farm double coming out of Premium Bow. Mochaccino scattered it out. Responds with a 5-farm double of his own. No squirrels this game. Double tier 3 from both sides. Premium Bow with a pile-like build here. Lizards, a bunch of defense, and a couple tier 3. Grabs a pig. Nicely done. Keeps the aggression up. And Mochaccino is going to come in and scout, see what's going on. And so far, so good for Premium. You know, he got in there, he got a pig. He traded well. And Mochaccino is just kind of playing from the back foot here. He even probably expected some more aggression out of Premium Bow and delayed rebuilding any additional pigs for the time being, which makes matters even worse for him. You know, that tier 1 Warren with the extra lizards could have been 2 farms. He's got a pig on the way now, though. And he's got plenty of lizards. So Premium Bow with just a little bit of barbed wire here to deter any kind of counterattacks. I'm just really going to commit onto the lizards, which makes sense as they're really the only unit that Premium Bow has. I mean, yeah, you can get something crazy going with the turret already wire, but that's a little bit of magical Christmas land, as we say in the Magic community. So we'll see if that can happen. Meanwhile, Mochaccino just very carefully trying to get back up to 8 farms. So we play maybe a little bit of more of a standard game. Lots of barbed wire here from both sides. And Premium Bow did manage to get up to 8 farms first. Got a little standoff over here with his units. Maybe he had to go answer the door or something. Mochaccino gonna get in, scout it up. And Premium Bow's actually gonna go for it. Maybe a little bit of a mistake there. He did end up killing a Warren, which is nice. But let's see if his little bit of barbed wire can deter the counterattack. Looks like it will. So yeah, a bit rough. You know, Mochaccino got the better end of the lizards there, but Premium Bow killed a Warren, which is a big deal. And lots more barbed wire coming out from both sides. Mochaccino ready to try to get up to a second base here. Mochaccino getting the scout. What's up, you did it, man? Good to see ya. And let's see, Mochaccino gonna go up to double cams. Premium Bow should scout this immediately. And yeah, now Mocha just kind of wants to get more into a regular game here. Premium Bow just kind of stuck on lizards. Can eventually go into boar, which would be nice to deal with lizards of his opponent, but the double cam for Mochaccino should be pretty strong. Mochaccino taking the better end of that trade there as well. And gonna come in for some counter damage. But these should get cleaned up by the reinforcing lizards here. Yeah, we didn't beat Halo, but we got pretty far. I think we finished up the library mission. Alright, Mochaccino almost on his 4 cams. That should deal nicely with the pure lizard composition here from Premium Bow. And Mochaccino being pretty careful at this point. Kind of surprising. Typically, Mochaccino is a little more, you know, aggressively macroing up, you know. But I feel like Mochaccino is trying to play very safe because he's not exactly sure exactly what Premium Bow is doing. And comes in and sees already just spamming lizards. He's getting a little bit ahead on eco. Well, I guess they're matched. A lot of the barbed wire slowed down from both players as they realize, all right, the game is transitioning out of just, you know, pure throw down as many lizard warrens as possible. Well, we're in a little bit of a lull here, so I'll hit that fast forward button. As Mochaccino starts claiming more and more of the map, probably in anticipation of a base race. Now Premium Bow trying to hunker down, however. Building lots and lots of barbed wire, really dissuading any kind of aggressive moves from Mochaccino for the time being. Gonna be difficult to expand up, you know, but I think this is fine for Premium Bow. He's invested a lot into defense here, but he's still got plenty of money he can spend on eco, as we just saw there. He's still got 2 tier 3s that can be quite impactful to transition into. I like this for Mochaccino as well. Take the tier 3, maybe even throw down a few extra farms on a third base. Just hang out. If Premium Bow is going to spend all this money on barbed wire, you can spend that on tech and economy. Actually decides to get up some of his own barbed wire here. Here comes the boar. And I think that makes sense. But Mochaccino is transitioning out of lizards very hastily. So that boar is really not going to do a whole lot. Boars are actually still pretty good against owl, though. Even scouts the boar and knows he made a good decision there. Premium Bow getting set up to take a third base. And I like this late game composition from Mocha a bit better, if he can get away with it. You know, he is going to have access to 4 mills. He's going to have Owl, Wolf, Chameleon, Falcon. Meanwhile, Premium Bow can get up to like maybe 2 boars, yeah, maybe 2 foxes. The rest of it's just going to have to be lizards. This is still a really awkward situation to attack into, though. But as Mochaccino gets up to like 2 to 3 owls, he can eventually just kind of bludgeon his opponent to death. Premium Bow has seen the wolf on the way, but has not seen the owls quite yet. The boar is out. Yeah, I think when you get up to 3 owls is where you really start being threatening. So Premium Bow realizes what the army composition is now. And I'm curious when he's going to feel ready to move out. Do you try to build some forward turrets and like defend them as you push up? Again, that fox decides for a third boar instead. Yeah, once Mocha gets up a decent number of owls, probably 3, I would say, you can really start getting in there and getting some damage done. But Mocha's gonna see the artillery coming down now from Premium Bow. Does that force a move out, or is he just gonna have to, you know, concede? All right, he's gonna have an artillery right there. Five owls on the way for Mochaccino. Looking for that hyper late game scaling. But still, I feel like some of these mice should have been thrown out by now. You know, you're just kind of sitting there, not using the mice. Granted, with a couple boars here, the mice probably aren't going to get a whole lot done either. Anyways, but you can maybe try to sneak them around, you know. Do something with them. Oh, and here comes some boars to even bait out the mines. Or the mice, rather. And so far, nicely done. You can see Uncle Butters, when you get a bunch of them up together, can deal with these mice no problem. And is this strategy for Mochaccino gonna work? Trying to get up to 9 owls, as Premium Bow's starting to poke in with his flamethrowers here. So many mice coming down, but with the MGs, with the barbed wire, with the flames, so far Premium Bow's alright. Needs to get that boar in the water though. The additional healing. Couple fox here as well. Dude, that's so many mice. Mochaccino's got to find an angle to do something with these mice here. Look at the mini-map. Just swarming in. 5 owls on the board. A total of 10 owls on the way. Just going pure owl build here. I mean, he's got to mix in, like, a couple falcons, right? The falcons just totally shut down what Premium Bow has. I guess the fox can deal with the falcons, but with this amount of mice, I feel like the fox would kind of have to be behind the boars. And Mochaccino's just going to straight up go for the base race here. But Mocha doesn't know about the... No, he does know about the cabin, but he never took it. Never took it out. This is anybody's game. It looks like Premium Bow might win. No, this gristmill up top finishes just in time. So now we're in pure chaos. Neither player has any kind of infrastructure left. Premium Bow's got some nice defenses in the middle. But what's funny enough is both these army compositions really don't need reinforcing warrens, right? Like 3 boars and 2 fox and a whole bunch of defense here. As long as these units can stay alive, however, the fox is going to go down to the mice. The boar is getting weak as well. 1 boar goes down. A second boar is getting low. What's the move here from Premium? I think he's just trying to get his boars over to take out this turret, but all of his units go down. And I think maybe... No, he's gonna continue on. He's got a heart of gold here. He believes in the heart of the cards. Oh, just barely stops himself from starving. Campfire up top is taken out. 8 owls and a wolf out for Mochaccino, who starves to death. Who did not realize he was starving until too late and starves to death. Nice victory there for Premium Bow. That's hilarious. Guys, give me 1 second. I'm gonna grab some water so I can cast better. My throat's a little dry. I'll be back in just a minute. All right. And again, guys, don't forget we have the 2v2 tournament tomorrow, being organized by Premium Bow and Marmu. I'll be streaming. I think Marmu's streaming it as well, just to try to get as many games streamed as possible. It's gonna be at 1 o'clock tomorrow. The Discord and the rules are underneath the stream you're watching now. So check it out. I think you can still sign up. It's kind of like new players with experts is the idea. It should be a lot of fun. I don't think the event's going to take a super long amount of time. There's a loser's bracket. But I don't think there's a whole lot of teams. I think we do need more teams, guys, so don't be shy. Sign up today. Alright, we have a few more to get into. Let's hop into match number 4. Let's do it. Out of sync, but we should be fine. I think it was just the Falcon hot fix. So in the bottom, we've got Big Pimpintosh. And up top, we've got Solomon. Alright, both players with some crazy decks here. Kind of Fox defense themed decks, but Premium Bow taking it even further. Really reminds me of our Premium Bow, lol. Big Pimpintosh is taking it further. It reminds me of Premium Bow's deck from the previous match, right? Like one tier 1, couple tier 3, and a bunch of defense. Same general concept, but going about it a different way. Meanwhile, Solomon's deck looks pretty innovative as well. You know, he's got the Squirrel, Pigeon, Skunk for a nice early to mid game. Get into that Fox if the situation permits it. Otherwise, try to abuse the map with Barbar and Artillery. Artillery is always one of those units, though, that you get really hyped up for when you see in people's decks, but a lot of times they never hit the board. Just because it is very difficult to find the right opportunity to place them. I feel like Tosh would have an easier time, as we saw with Premium Bow last game, where you can kind of get a nice battle line drawn with like turret, barbed wire, that kind of thing. And then once it's like, alright, you'd be stupid to attack into here, then you can put down the artillery, you know. And we see tier 2 on the way for Solomon. Let's see what Tosh is going to do about it. Actually just builds a balloon. He then sells a Warren to do that. Maybe he's thinking like these cabins are covering this side. You know, and then you put the balloon here. And it's covering more of your base. Yeah, starting off with a lot of balloons is a little bit weird to me. You know, maybe you do this to try to get into a quick Fox. Or again, like, try to put an artillery up. Like, imagine if you put an artillery, you know, on this land on the other side of that little river there. You know, it's kind of threatening Solomon's base, and it's also defended by the 2 balloons. I think something like that could be cool. Solomon wants to move in on these balloons, though. Squirrel's a little bit out of position. One of the skunks dies immediately for his insolence. The other one takes a shot as well. And Solomon's gonna have to back out for now. That balloon was a little naked, but Tasha's forces were close enough to defend it, where Solomon really got punished for trying to move in there. Good scout by Tosh, sees everything. Alright, where's this artillery? It's going down next to this balloon. I think that's fair. I think he could have got away with putting it even more aggressively out. Wow, Solomon really pulling the trigger on the second base. And I love it. I think that's a good response to seeing all this defense. Tosh gonna match suit, of course. Maybe even go up to a third. This artillery does a good job of kind of defending all of his bases. It's always nice, too, to pair the artillery with the balloon. You get all this vision out of it. Foxes for both sides here. Tosh is a little bit faster. Solomon really wrapping up where this Fox is nice and tight. We've even got an owl on the way from Tosh. So starting to get into his late game. The defense has kind of done its early game job of defending him, dissuading Solomon from attacking in general. But it needs to do more than just that, I feel like, to warrant 3 slots in your deck, you know? You eventually need these structures to help, you know, kind of create the fallback line for your offensive attacks. You know, apply pressure with these defensive structures. Ooh, the hidden arty. Is Solomon gonna scout it? Fox is here as well, gonna go ahead and start picking off whatever she can. Ooh, the Fox from Solomon comes in though, gets the first shot, gets the second shot as well. That always feels bad. Tosh is gonna commit to having another Fox though. It's already on the way. Ooh, and this artillery from Tosh, surprise artillery is here. And that artillery from Solomon being built, yeah, should be in range. And Tosh is going to use this as a staging point to begin mounting an attack. Solomon really doesn't want this artillery cannon up. He's going to move in with all of his units, but unfortunately for him, skunks and foxes do not hit buildings. Tosh doing a good job of keeping this spot for the time being. This southern artillery, though, for Solomon, really putting in some work. Both players going up to the double Fox to one-shot the Fox of their opponents. This is becoming a really weird map. Really weird match. Let's see, Solomon knows he's got to get something done or else he's just going to eventually get drained out over time. He doesn't have a 4th mill to really go after at this point. And I think Tosh did a good job of kind of grabbing this area earlier on so Solomon couldn't take it. So Solomon's starting to get boxed in. You know, it's not an issue yet. His economy is still rolling for the time being. Ooh, Tosh should get that first Fox there, even in slow-mo. And the second one as well. And I think Solomon maybe is going to tap out there. Yep, that's going to be it. GG. Hey, Midgar. Good to see you, man. I just watched... I'm a big fan of Tim Rogers. Really good video game reviewer. Yeah, he just came out with a 3-hour review on the FF7 remake. That was awesome. Your name just reminded me of it. I watched it 2 nights ago, but I finished it up yesterday. It was really good. Okay, match number 5. Let's get into it. Did you like the remake? I like the remake. In the bottom left, we've got the stretch. Up top, we've got Melvin Fro. You know, it wasn't a perfect game. You know what I mean? It had some roughness around the edges, some visible seams. But overall, I really liked it. I think what it did, it really nailed what it needed to nail, in my opinion. Without making this entire show about the new FF7 game. Yeah, exactly. I feel the exact same way. Loved it. Of course, I have my concerns and criticism. 8.5 out of 10. Yeah, I think that's fair. For sure. I really liked the combat. I think the narrative was really good. I haven't played it on hard mode yet. I've been saving that. Like, I got it right when it came out and I beat it, you know, in a few weeks or whatever. Probably less time than that. But I've been tempted to 100% it, but I have not yet. And I love challenging games and stuff like that, so I'm looking forward to playing it on hard mode. I'm just waiting for now until either I get the itch or until like they announce the second part. Yeah, I know hard mode is really good. My buddy Chris 100% of the game. Like, he didn't stop after he beat it. He just went straight from beating it into hard mode, which is probably the right thing to do. And I wanted to, because I could see that's where the game, like the mechanics, really get a chance to breathe. But I decided to save it. I was like, you know what? I'm going to save this other half of the bottle of wine for a later date. Some pretty normal stuff so far in this game. Melvin getting out a little bit of a faster skunk. Stretch getting up to that second base a little quicker. And 2 bases are pretty easy for both sides. Getting to a third and fourth, once we start getting to that phase of the game, I think it's going to be a little bit easier for Melvin. He can simply, you know, expand in that way. But Melvin's out and about scouting while Stretch is moving in. Gonna threaten taking out that gristmill, but Melvin makes it home in time. And we're gonna start seeing a little bit of eco coming out of the Stretch. So far, Melvin actually hasn't built any farms yet on that second base. Wants to be aggressive, wants to shut down Stretch for the time being. These mine hits, absolutely brutal. Stretch gonna come up and push Melvin back. He's got the snakes. Oh, that one skunk is so close. It is gonna make it out. However, with the snake poison, maybe this gristmill goes down now. It's gonna be close, but it is gonna live. Oh, Melvin's commander goes down, but I don't think Stretch noticed. Is not taking advantage of the fact Melvin's army was just sitting there unmicroed. But Melvin makes it back in time before anything too crazy happens to him. And now, you know, I'm liking Stretch's position. He's up on the tech. He's up on the farms. He's kind of threatening Melvin a little bit, right? Melvin's in a tough spot because if you start to, you're damned if you do, damned if you don't, right? Like, really what he should do is take this mill over here. Oh, he's got the bottom base. Perfect. Yeah, I was going to say, you need to be building farms at this phase. But you also don't want to invest in farms on this base and they get taken out by snake poison, because there's really not a whole lot you can do about that. And Melvin thinking about committing, but actually tries to back up out of there. Takes some serious losses. Good victory here for Stretch. And now what's Melvin gonna do? You know, this is looking better and better for Stretch. The one thing Melvin's got going for him is that hidden base. And now maybe Stretch is gonna be playing a little bit weird because he does not expect Melvin to have a 2-base economy. He's even gonna start looking around for one. Well, let's see, is he still on 1 base? If he is, then that's basically checkmate at this point. Yeah, and I like the moles, because if Melvin's still on 1 base and we just hit the 5-minute mark, he's gotta all-in you, right? He doesn't have a whole lot of other option. You can't just sit here while you're on 2 base. So, Stretch building up a bunch of these moles, just getting ready. Even gonna look to pick a fight himself, moving forward. But Melvin holds strong. And Melvin's actually taking the economic lead with this hidden base here in the 6 o'clock position. I mean, it's hard to say. You know, some guys are better at this than I am. Like, you'd think as Stretch, you're like, alright, he's got to have a base somewhere. Once you saw that many units from him. And very good scouting. Yeah, Stretch is picking up on it. He knows there's got to be a base somewhere, and he sees a space in the bottom. But he knows that you know now. Alright, yeah, he sees the mole being built too. Thinks he's being sneaky, but he's not. And Melvin is pushing forward. Gonna try and take advantage of when he thinks the Stretch is down, microing at his other base. But no, Stretch is here. Some good job by Melvin there, trying to target down what he can, but just so much tier 1 here for the Stretch. You know, these Falcons really, really need a lot of backup to be good. Melvin's sells off a tier 2 Warren. Gonna try to muster up what he can. I think this is looking good for Stretch, right? Melvin does have the better economy, though. Keep that in mind. He's a little bit spread out. Yeah, I don't know, actually. This is kind of looking better for Melvin. I guess Stretch has a little bit more tier 1. You know, Stretch actually sold off his skunks, which is a little bit of an odd move when he knows he's up against so many squirrels. Alright, Stretch is going to take just 6 lizards down south, knock out the base of Melvin. Melvin hasn't realized this yet, though. Actually, now he is going to move in. And Stretch cannot afford to be microing his lizards down here. He's got to just let them do their thing. He's got to come home and micro what he can, but he gets here a little bit late. Melvin is already smashing through his second base. Both snakes are down. He's got his returning lizards, which do end up creating a nice flank there, giving him a lot of surface area and cleaning the attack up. However, Melvin's still got 3 pigs down here in the bottom. Stretch just sells down all the tier 2, gonna go straight tier 1. I think this makes sense. I think Squizzard is probably the right call here. I think I'd rather see like a 9-9 split though, or like a 12-9 rather than 15-6. I think the lizards are pretty important here to knock out those skunks effectively. So I get, you know, you can't just build another Warren out of nowhere. But maybe having like 9 lizards and 9 squirrels would be better. Stretch needs to be careful. He wants to get down there and attack that other base, but he knows Melvin's just going to move out when he does. But he gets a nice flank with the lizards, and they come in for the attack at a pretty decent time. However, the lizards' main jobs are killing the skunks. One of them does go down, so that is good. There is a single skunk remaining here, though. And against pure squirrels, that can be very deadly. Melvin's kind of running out of units. He's really got to keep these skunks alive. That is the #1 concern now. I like this little extra base over here by Melvin. Slowly starting to put some farms on it. This is turning into a pretty technical match, as weird as that sounds. Melvin's thinking about another farm by the looks of it. Gonna go for it. Alright, Stretch knows about this fledgling base. He's gonna come in to strike it. He gets the pig. He only has 3 lizards, though. Let's see if they can get the job done against these skunks. The double skunks. Absolutely decimating all the squirrels there for Stretch. That was a huge victory for Melvin. He really needed that one. Like, yeah, he lost a pig, but he won that fight so effectively. And I'm a little bit worried about the second base for Melvin. That thing's gonna have to start mining out here shortly. Stretch just trying to poke in with these lizards. These farms down here did finally fallow out though, which is one thing good for Stretch, but I don't think Stretch knows that. Gonna pick off a pig, but needs to be careful doing this sort of thing in these low econ positions. Ooh, what is Stretch doing here? He burrows out of there, leaving his lizards for dead. His economy is way ahead of Melvin's now, though. Even picks off another Warren there. Melvin's trying to push in. These two skunks are very critical. However, Stretch does have enough lizards to help get in on this, finally. And these going down. I think that's going to be it for Melvin. He taps out. Nice victory there for the Stretch. All right, we got a 2v2 coming up next. So let's hop into it. Got a few more tonight. Don't forget, speaking of 2v2s, we got the 2v2 tournament coming up tomorrow at 1 o'clock EST. I'll be casting it. Marmu will be casting it. Beginners and experts, don't be shy. If you've been itching to play some Tooth and Tail, man, I think we need signups from both sides, so you can still get in there and sign up. But deadline is fast approaching. Beginner players teamed up with experienced players. The experienced players given purposefully bad decks, so it should be fun. Best of 3 losers bracket as well. So gonna be a lot of matches involved. Should be a good day. But let's hop into match number 6, guys. Okay, at the bottom we've got Massive Stealth and Ziggy. And up top, Dino and Premium Bow. Premium Bow. 5 tier 3 and barbed wire. Gotta love it. Dino rockin' pile style plus Fox. And Massive Stealth running a tryhard deck. And Ziggy's deck looks, looks fine. I think if you replace like artillery with mine, I think Ziggy's deck becomes like a meta standard deck, you know? But this is 2v2. You gotta be a little silly. Gotta be a little silly, gotta get some artillery. You know what I'm saying? Massive Stealth. Gonna come in here with some moles. Premium Bow with tons of barbed wire. Premium wire. And these moles really want to attack pigs while they're building. They're not so good against units, they're really good against structures. Unless you can find, you know, a pig without a lot of backup. You know, like a corner pig when no other pigs around. And the mole can deal with that pretty effectively. And Premium Bow just building a ton of barbed wire, telling the opponents, back up. Back that ass up. Don't attack me. Dino with the 4-farm Fox! Oh my god. How did I not notice that? Massive Stealth even noticed that before me. Oh man. Oh, this 4-farm Fox is coming. Massive Stealth gonna punish this mill. I like that. I like that play. Good plays. And here comes a Fox, but the mine is right there. Oof. that fox a bath, get in some water. Good slick little moves by Master Stealth there, taking out that mill. Meanwhile, Ziggy is at the front door, so is Master Stealth. This is becoming a crazy game, I love it. Premium Bow with the wolf on the way, wolf first. Yeah, and if you're green and blue, like really what you want to do in this kind of position is just really macro up. Take that second base, get swole. Man, they really want to attack in. I mean, these moles can be used to get through the barbed wire. Mole's still down here in the bottom. This is a horrible existence for these poor moles. Just kinda... Alright, reporting for duty! I'm going to build some things! Dead. Fox is getting nice and fed. Like... Come on. That's pretty good. Master Stealth, did you forget about that mole, Warren? Are you dealing with baby Stealth? I mean, hang on. Like, hey, yeah, we're watching the game, and then real quick, just, you know, bam. All right, what are we doing over here? We're busting through, busting with some chameleons, more foxes. Kill them all. All right. Ooh, careful with that mine. It's about. Oh, gotta kill them all. There we go. All right. Wolf Buff Fox is indeed awesome. Needs to heal up a little bit though. Hey, he probably could get in that corner. Oh wait. Oh, I missed one. If he like ran up like right there. Whoop. What do you build? Oh, he can't build them all right now. Premium Bow gonna go with the balloon to get on mole duty so he can get his fox back by the looks of it. Ziggy's got his own fox though, and a lot of chameleons, and these mines here as well. Master Stealth must have a farm queued. Yeah, there it goes. Ooh, they're getting an artillery out. So, this actually might start turning in blue and green's favor. If they can kind of lock the door here. You know, red and yellow have a nice little thing going on. But they're only on 2 bases each. And now that there's a balloon here, Dino feels comfortable running around with his fox again. Secretly building up a bunch of owls. Yeah, this is the first time, yeah, Ziggy's able to get back here and get a good scout going on. God, this Warren. You know, now it... Okay, oh, these mice finally kill the value train. I was gonna say, maybe now that there's so many units here, Master Stealth can't get bats there. But that is good. That 20 food drain has finally been stopped. He fixed the leak. This is 4 owls from Premium Bow. And here come the mice. Moving and grooving. It's a lot of mice. More and more artillery on the front lines here for Ziggy. Blech. Going up to 5 foxes, yo. Because why not? Ooh, Premium Bow's third base getting busted. There's still 1 mile still alive and now dies. Alright, Premium Bow's kind of put together the ultimate army here, just waiting on that boar. Running out of food. He does have that starvation farm, which is nice. So many artillery cannons blasting down from Mr. Ziggy, but Premium Bow's owls and mice army is not going to be stopped that easy. The artillery totally overrun since it was undefended. Ziggy, on the other hand, is using these falcons to get a little bit of vision to shoot up. Kills a fox, is about to kill another. The fox murderer. But the mice of P-Boop smashing through. Master Stealth's got nothing left. Ziggy doesn't have a whole lot left. Master Stealth eliminated by Premium Bow, who's running in to finish off the green player, who's just trying to kill as many foxes as possible, gets another one. And last fox does end up living. As Premium Bow finishes off his opponents. Nicely done. Okay. Got 3 more. Now hop into an Amistria match. On the right, we've got Hyperocus. And over to left, Amistria. Running a very old school, kind of like Chip from Space composition is what it reminds me of. Except I think you would have Pigeon Badger over Owl Wire. I think that was kind of the old school Chip deck, if my memory serves. We haven't seen this one, have we? I don't know why I'm getting deja vu. I don't think we've seen this one. I like to think I do a good job of making sure that doesn't happen. But from time to time, I screw it up. A little bit of a scouting mine or 2 here from Hyper. I thought he was going to build some moles. Be sure you're getting some really good scouts. Ooh, taking a little sneaky base. Sneaky, sneaky into 8 o'clock. Come in and get some more scouting information. Hyper delaying that 8th farm. A little bit odd. Ooh, and Amistria gonna go ahead and start farming up that 2nd base off the back of 1 Warren. So very economic driven opening here for Amistria, but I think she's gonna get away with it. Hyper hasn't done anything to really show signs of aggression. Been investing a lot into mines. Amistria even knows that mine is there, I think, but didn't quite blow it up because the modern mines are very, very powerful, but they also have very specific detonation radii. You gotta be like right on top of that bad boy. Set it off. Oh, Hyperocus is just kind of hanging out. Building up a little bit of tier 1. Getting up some squirrels, getting up some moles. Does he know about the expansion? He doesn't. And Amistria's got quite a few units of her own. Gonna move out here to the middle of the map. But Hyperocus has more tier 1 at the moment and blows on over Amistria's forces. And Amicia's kind of scrambling at the moment. Doesn't really have a whole lot of tier 1 warrants to quickly reinforce units. Really needs to get this skunk out. Hyperocus is moving a ton. of units forward. Knocks out the Gristmill. Yes, he did miss the 2v2. Got a skunk up, though. Maybe that's enough to defend this. Hyperock is targeting down that skunk. And this might be curtains for Mistria. She's taken so much damage. And the real problem is all the Warrens dying, right? Because now you don't even really have any units to reinforce with to start making a comeback. A skunk gets up, though. And maybe if Hyperakis overextends trying to get more pigs. Lots and lots of pigs going down here for Amistria, but she does have this second base up and running that Hyperakis does not know about. I think it was a bit of a misstep for Amistria to take that fight out in the center with the skunks being built. You really needed to wait to get those skunks first before moving out. Hyperakis is going to continue forward. If he gets both these skunks again, he might just be positioned to win the game. Ooh, this is looking real bad for Mistria. I think Hyperakis is not triggering the killer blow instinct 100% correct here. I don't think you need Falcons in this situation. You know, maybe the first tier 2 Warren of Falcons, I could say, alright, you know, get a little backline, but you don't want to wait this long and give Amistria another minute to kind of get her defenses ready while you wait for Falcons 3 and 4. I think that money would have been much better spent in just some more moles to run over the opponent with. So Hyperock is moving in again with the air support this time. Now the benefit is that skunk gas will not hurt these Falcons. So far this comp is working pretty decent for Hyperock as these pigeons here to help heal against the poison, help keep these Falcons alive. And this might be it for Amistria, it just doesn't have anything left. Gonna go back to the other base, build a bunch of lizards. That's what I would do. Builds a bunch of squirrels. A little bit of barbed wire, and Hyperock is probably not happy that he didn't just win the game straight up right there. Now he's got to look around and see where else Amistria is. Finds a base down south, but keep in mind Hyperock does have his own second base going. And that should be it. Nice try here from Amistria. But a good victory for Hyperock here. Alright, we got two more for you guys. I figured I would save the Araloo versus Melvin replay. Very top dog match here. But don't forget, we've got the 2v2 tournament coming up tomorrow. You can find the information to that underneath the stream you're watching right now. It's being hosted by Premium Bow. It'll be here on my channel. We'll also have Marmu casting it on his channel as well. And the idea is essentially... oops, wrong button. The idea of it is essentially experts with beginners. So we've kind of paired up expert players with new players. And the expert players have to use, like, horrible decks, like decks that were designed to be bad on purpose, which I think is kind of funny. So, it's gonna be fun. This, of course, is a rematch of the 21 Clues finals. If you guys haven't seen that, definitely check that out as well. And my VODs. Alright. Sorry, I was a little distracted by something. But let's hop into match number 8. In the bottom left, we've got Araloo. And to the right, Melvin Fro. Triple tier 3, Melvin. With toads as well. Triple tier 3, huh? Owl, Fox, Boar, Falcon. Actually, some good late game synergy with that composition. And same with Airloose, Cam, Falcon, Wolf. I think everybody knows how well that tends to work in the modern meta. But going triple tier 3 is pretty risky. You know, it is powerful, but you're only relying on 3 units to get you through the early and mid game, especially against an opponent like Airlu. That is not going to be easy. And the 3 units for Melvin aren't even like crazy powerful at the moment, right? We've got Toad Falcon here. A little mole attack from Airlu coming up. Melvin sees it though. You know, Toad Falcon. Toads have their uses, they're not horrible. Same with Falcons, but not really the powerhouse units of the current meta, I don't think. We got some economic openers from both sides. A little mole shenaniganery got snuffed out pretty quickly. And some quick tier 2 from Melvin. And how is this map looking exactly? We got 3 bases here for Melvin. A little bit awkward. This side's a bit exposed to a flank attack from Airlu. And over on Airlu's side, looks really good. We've got 4 gristmills right in a row like this. This 9 o'clock mill, it's a bit awkward getting there since the ramp makes it such that you have to go all the way around like that. And pretty mirror plays from both sides. I like Airlu's position so far a bit better. But it's still very balanced. I think at this phase of the game, I'd rather have Cams and Falcons. And Airlu looks like he's getting the slightest bit of edge on ecoing up. But again, I don't think it's, you know, exacerbated. I do not delete most of my replays. I only delete the ones Master Stealth sends me. That's it. Alright, Boar on the way for Melvin. So we have a pretty macro game here. Pretty slow-paced match. A little bit of a gentleman's agreement here in the beginning. Now, Airlu has not seen the Tier 3 yet. But it's not unreasonable to suspect one at this phase in the game. Airlu can't quite get in. Those Falcons do a nice job in bursting down the opponent's scouts so quickly. And third base on the way from Melvin. Airlu's already working on his third. Gets his own wolf on the way. Let's see if Melvin can get any of that information scouted. Probably will see the third. But the big ask is if he can get the wolf scouted, which I don't think so. Does scout a lot of these mines going down, though. Gonna go ahead and move a few of his units forward to try to clean these out. And the boar is almost here. However, Airlu's kind of prepared for a boar, which is surprising because he hasn't seen one. You know, he's got a lot of Falcons on the way. He's going down on Tier 1. I guess this is, in general, a nice transition for most later game matches, right? Like if it's a badger or a boar, or even a owl, you're really going to want more Falcons. The only Tier 3 you're not going to want more Falcons against is the fox, obviously. Alright, Melvin getting his cavalcade of Tier 3 going. Owl is close to being on the way. Or Fox is close to being on the way, I should say. Owl not too far behind. And Airlu thinking about a 4th base. So it looks like we got a long one on our hands. Again, we still haven't seen a big engagement. Airlu knows what's up. He knows multiple tier 3 are coming his way. And one thing about his deck is it's only got the 1 tier 3, and the Wolf is not the most scalable tier 3 unit. It's not really one that you want to start building 2, 3, and 4 of. And it's kind of surprising, but in the modern meta, double tier 3 is really not that crazy. You know, it's usually a tier 3 paired with the Wolf. So Melvin's got a little bit of an advantage here, in my opinion, kind of being the guy who went for more greed on the tier 3 front. And Melvin kind of got away with it earlier on, you know. His deck's weakness is the periods of the game before where we're at, or scrappy games if you go long. You know, Melvin doesn't have a lot of that mid-game bruiser power. He's got a really strong late-game composition if we can get there, and we certainly got there in this match. Look at these mines, or mine-sweeping mice as well. Kind of paving the way for the Fox to safely run around. And again, these Falcons great against all tier 3 but Foxes. The Fox is going to easily snipe those Falcon out of the air. As long as he can keep the Fox sufficiently far back. Chameleons are pretty good against Fox, though, and do close the distance. I remember when the Boar Bombs used to hurt air, too. So it looks like Melvin is winning this engagement. But definitely takes some hits himself. He loses his Fox, he loses his Boar. Airlu lost the Wolf, though, and a lot of the cams. And the players both have to re-power up. Airlu building some emergency moles, I think. Feeling a little bit under pressure. Melvin did commit to another Fox and another Boar, but Melvin doesn't have a starvation farm. Really important to point that out. It was a concept that, it doesn't surprise me, because it's a concept that came up a lot more back in the day than it does now. Yeah, most of us old school players know to remember to always do that. Because Melvin's a phenomenal player. I mean, he was literally just in the finals of 21 Clues last weekend. But it's just interesting, he wouldn't, like, we just have that emergency farm engraved in our head, you know. Newer players, I should say, haven't really experienced metas that just, games just kind of crawled out for so long, you needed that. Since the owl isn't so oppressive in the modern meta. Melvin's busting through, though. Let's see if Airlu can muster up anything. He's only got 1 owl and 1 boar really backing this up, but a lot of tier 1. Melvin smashed through most of Airlu's base, though. Airlu does clean up the boar, but loses most of his Falcons. The Chameleons are going to clean up the rest of this ground force, though. And Melvin's going to have to shove back for the time being. Yeah, as Mocha points out in the chat, Melvin really needs to come home, start selling Warrens off. He's very blocked. It's also something that's really easy to happen in games like this, where you build up to these enormous armies all game long and then have like one big engagement. Really, really easy to have too many Warrens in that position. All right, Airlu going for it. He's gonna hit the soft underbelly of Melvin's base. This exposed, very critical 3rd expansion. And he's gonna snipe it. Nicely done. Airlu's back on 1 base, but Airlu's on his 4th. Airlu's got a whole fresh mill here, ready to rock and roll for the next 4 or 5 minutes. Meanwhile, Melvin does not have any mining bases, does not have any money. He's gonna have to sell off some Falcons or one of his tier threes. That's kind of tough. Like, what do you sell off? That's Melvin. I'd like to keep the fox, but Heirloom's damn good with his mines. So stuff like this could happen, and you could just lose the fox immediately. But at the same time, if the fox does dodge the mines, you know, in low eco games like this, the fox is going to be an all-star. So, still though, with Heirloom being one of the best mine players, I probably still wouldn't want to risk that with my fox. So I'd probably get rid of the fox here. Ooh, catching some of these chameleons, that is huge. A couple of chameleons go down for free. Gonna use the board to minesweep. Ooh, this fox! Oh, I'm so worried. Oh, it's so close. Forward pressing forward, but Heirloom has a lot of falcons left. The falcons are gonna get in on this fox, but the fox gets back with 1 HP. They can start really abusing those falcons, taking them out. 1 HP fox is so risky, but at the same time, you gotta get some work done. Ooh, that cam is gonna kill it. That fox did a lot of damage, though. And Heirloom stabilizes for now. I think Melvin's really just got to give up on the fox. He does not have the economy to support it. No, he's going to sell off tier 1 and really try to get another fox going. I understand why you'd want to do that, but I do think it was objectively wrong. Heirloom gonna move in, knock out the board. That's all Melvin had left. And I think this is gonna have to be a tap for Melvin. He's starving Marvin. He's got nothing. He's got a fox coming. He's got a few falcons. Sells off the boar warren. Definitely needed to do that. Gotta rebuild this base. Now keep in mind, Heirloom doesn't have much of an economy either. And we're actually running out of food on this map. Melvin did manage to get another fox up. Gonna have to sell some squirrels. He's got 6 seconds. He's fine. Not even close. Heirloom's got 4 cams though. He will anyways, and 4 cams is enough to one-shot a fox if it catches it. And there's no stealth detection, so there's no way for Melvin to really do anything about those cams until they show themselves. Nice catch on the squirrel. Definitely going to try to get anything you can, but don't want to box your fox in. He knows there's cams. He knows there's mines. Really wants to hit those juicy falcons, though. Alright, these 4 cams right here. That's the old school cam ambush here. Fox counter. Oh, the fox managed to get back. Let's see how much damage it's gonna do. Heirloom was not home. Oh, here come the cams, but good job for Melvin. Melvin getting a lot of work done. These poor Warrens. So far away. Heirloom's gonna have to start just taking those farms again. I think he's trying to make sure all his eggs aren't in one basket, which is smart. You know, like if this base falls, well, I got a little bit over here, and vice versa. Melvin's starving. Maybe I missed an attack from Heirloom? I think his farms just literally ran out. Yeah, that's the thing, is Melvin is literally running out of money. At an alarming rate. And I think he realizes this and is gonna wait until the starvation ticks down. Very, very close. Ooh, needs to be careful. Yeah, get that fox a bath. Let it heal up a little bit faster. Yeah, not much wheat left on this base here. So Melvin's literally got like no money left is the problem. Because these farms are so close to being farmed out. He's basically only going to be able to raise enough money to like build another pig essentially. Maybe he's got a little more than that. Is 3 tier 3s meta? Not really. Sometimes we see double tier 3. Double tier 3 actually has been pretty meta lately. Oh, the cam trap almost gets the fox. Yeah, Melvin Fro is definitely using a crazy strategy here against one of the best players in the game, Araloo. And honestly, I think this could have worked. Like, but Melvin is just simply out of funds. And once his fox goes down... Oh my god, it's still alive. Ooh, nice shot on the falcon there. Melvin really doing a great job with this fox. A little bit of a missed shot there on the commander. Gets another falcon though. And Araloo is actually starving out as well, but Araloo's got more farms. Oh my god. Barely did not die to that mine there. Melvin's got to build a farm at the last minute, and it almost dies to the mines and the cams again. Oh man. Big Pimpintosh, thanks for the raid, dude. Hope you're doing well. We were watching this crazy game, Melvin versus Araloo. Melvin hanging on by a thread. He's got a fox and a dream, and that's it. Almost 19 minutes in. Picking away. Oh, gotta be careful. Gotta get his fox box. Oh no, Araloo moving in with the cams. Maybe Araloo's just gonna get tired of this and go for the mill. Melvin's starving again, dude. Oh, this sucks for Melvin. So he's just trying to delay as long as he can, right? He wants to build an extra farm when he's down to like 5 seconds left. Buy as much time as possible. And Araloo's not quite, but I mean, I can understand why Araloo would put his cams out there, but Melvin really keeps abusing running down this wall. So yeah, maybe keeping his cams a little bit closer to the chest. Good idea. Melvin just trying to pick off every squirrel possible. How's it looking for Araloo? He does have a little bit of wheat left over here on the main base. But he's basically down to 4 cams, which is about the best response his deck has against Fox outside of the Wolf, which is a little bit off the table, and of course the Mines. But the Mines are a bit hit or miss, of course. This is only Melvin's second Fox too, and oh no! Gets the pig! Oh, he's gonna die to a mine right? Oh my god. Melvin, if you only knew how close that was. Jeez Louise. Good grief. We've been watching JoJo lately. I can't get over the good grief, man. Alright, Araloo moving in for the cam. Melvin looking for something, but there ain't nothing there. It's all starved out. Araloo taking the offensive, just trying to wipe out all these gristmills, and I think it's gonna work. Even if the Fox is in position, Fox doesn't have enough DPS to kill these cams before they kill this mill. Heirloom's gonna try to box the Fox. Oh, got close. Oh, there it is. That should be a dead Fox. And Melvin's got a tap after that. 22-minute match here. Yeah. Heirloom just kind of realized, oh, yeah, 4 cams. They kill bases. Foxes don't. Fox can't kill 4 cams. And that should be it. That was a really fun match, though. Thank you for the submission. Now he's playing whack-a-mole with these gristmills a little bit. Even bringing out the moles here. Alright, that's it. GG. Nicely done. Alright, we're gonna do one more replay tonight. But I do want to, one last time, shout out the 2v2 tournament going on tomorrow, hosted by Premium Bow and Marmu. We've got the links under the stream you're watching now. I'll go ahead and link them in chat as well. You can go to the Discord, sign up. You can read the rules and decide if you want to sign up. Essentially, it's a new player being teamed up with an expert player in a 2v2 tournament, best of 3, losers bracket. Let's go. Lots of games to play. We're going to have my stream up. We'll have Marmu up as well, just to probably hit as many games as once that we can. I think that's a really smart idea. Currently, our sign-up list is Heartseed and Cater, Marmu and Snetch, Tosh and Wildkin, Lego Man and Fan Kuchen, Kerpa and Luke Edge, Melvin and Pigeon Rush, and Illuminatus and Nick Plants. So if you want to play, maybe you haven't played the game in a while, you know, 2v2s are always really fun. It's going to be a great event. I hope people don't get, like, stage fright about joining tournaments. It's really not a big deal, guys. The main reason we do tournaments so often in this scene is just to get people to come out and play, you know. Don't really think about it as, like, a competitive event. Just think about it as, oh, hey, I'm going to get together with everybody and play for an afternoon, you know. And this tournament is designed for beginners and experts to be paired together, so if you're like, oh, maybe I don't feel like I'm a good enough player to be in a tournament, that's nonsense. You absolutely are. And this is definitely the event for you. So don't be shy. Go to that Discord. Hit that sign up channel. If you are going to do it soon, though, because I think Premium Bow is cutting off entries. There's not going to be last-minute entries available or anything like that. So, yeah. So join up. Have some fun with us, guys. And let's play. I'd be signed up, but I'm casting it. Alright, last game of the night, guys. And then I will see you all tomorrow, 1 p.m. EST, for the 2v2 tournament. Let's hop into it. In the bottom, we've got Lego Man. And his opponent to the left, Disrupticon. Sounds like a Transformer, doesn't it? Decepticon? Wasn't that what they were called? Disrupticon. I like Disrupticon's deck, though. I believe. I've been playing similar decks to that, except for Fox instead of Badger. It sometimes works, sometimes doesn't. Ferrets are definitely tough units at the moment, I feel like. In certain situations, on certain maps, in Magical Christmas Land, they can get the job done. 6-farm. Thinking about a 6-farm squirrel, but changes their mind. No, it goes for it. Just wants to put the Warren in a different spot. And actually going for the double. So we got a 6-farm double here from Disrupticon. Lego Man on top of it already has some defensive mines. And going to go ahead and throw down a Warren. Is Disrupticon a new player? Maybe. Or it could also just be somebody who changed their name on Steam. They don't look newbie-ish. They look like they're Russian. Typically, it's very easy to spot new players by just, doing stuff that, experience dictates doesn't work, but kind of seems like it like makes sense at the beginning. Like we've all done that kind of thing, like taking a base and like building a turret, stuff like that, or just floating a lot of their money. Disrupticon isn't really doing either of that. It's kind of an unconventional rush that we have out of Disrupticon here. Nice mines here from Lego Man to really weaken this up, take a little bit of the wind out of the sails. And great defense overall. Disrupticon really overextending here. I think getting a little bit boned with the rallying and the ramps right here. I think a couple more units rallied than he really wanted to. No 8th farm yet, though, from Disrupticon. It's a little bit concerning. And snakes on the way here from Lego. Nice minefield up top of this ramp. Looks like that squirrel is inside the mine, which is kind of cute and hilarious. Lego Man gonna come in for another scout, kind of checking around for bases. Gonna go ahead and grab that gristmill as well. Kind of interesting. Maybe he wants to build some proxy warrens. Maybe he just wants a nice spot to be able to heal his forces and continue to come in. Meanwhile, Disrupticon did finally get up to that 8th farm, but it's still quite late. And getting into some Squizzard comp here. And trying to get out the ferrets. Lego Man's trying to box in his opponent. Got lots of mines here. Doesn't have anything like turrets or balloons or cannons to really, make this a super big pain. Yeah, here comes some proxy warrens. That is really close. Disrupticon could very easily take that out. Ooh, gotta take some mine hits. Oh, but he's leaving his turrets completely exposed here, as well as the ferret. Skunk Snake coming out of Lego Man. But all the forces of Disrupticon moving back to the home base to defend after taking out that 11 o'clock expansion. But gonna run into all these mines here. And take some good hits off of that. Lego Man keeping 3 of his tier 2 alive. These skunks gonna make very short work of the squirrels. But once these snakes start stacking poisons on these ferrets, they're as good as dead. And maybe Lego Man's counterattack here is gonna bust through. He's got some skunks which are tanking a lot of damage. He's got the pigeons to heal him up. He doesn't have a ton of tier 1, but he should have enough. I mean, this rush distance isn't super far. Lego Man moving in for the kill. Disrupticon, too big for his britches at the moment. Needs to still have some warrens, but probably realizes that's it anyways. He's got 12 poison stacks on the main. Nice little match to finish it off on. Alright guys, that is it for tonight's, again, 2v2 tournament. Tomorrow, 1 o'clock EST. I'll be streaming it. Marmu will be streaming it. We got Heartseed and Cater. We got Marmu and Snetch. We've got Tosh and Wildkin. We got Lego Man and Fan Kuchin. Kerpa, Luke Edge, Melvin and Rush, and Eel plus Nick all participating. So 6 teams so far. That'd be really cool if we get 2 more teams and we got up to 8 teams total, guys. Don't be shy. New player, experienced player. We need all of you. Check out that Discord. Hit that sign up button. And I will see you all tomorrow at 1 p.m. for the tournament. Hope you all have a wonderful rest of your evening. Take care. And we'll see you tomorrow.